Hey, good evening everyone. Tonight's dinner menu, bacon cheeseburgers. And I'm gonna cook the bacon on the REC TEC. I love to cook bacon on the REC TEC because it doesn't stink up your house for 2 or 3 days after you cook it. The grease is not a problem. And I've got 2.5 pounds of thick cut hickory bacon that I could cook the whole thing in probably 20 minutes. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook that bacon on these baking mats. These are part of the REC TEC kitchen sink package. And these are great for vegetables, anything loose that you want to put on the grill. These things work great. I'm going to put the whole 2.5 pounds on these 2 mats. And you just slide the mat onto the grill with the bacon. And when it's done, you take the mat off, you bring it inside. Also, I'm going to cook some bacon in a cast iron skillet. And I'm going to cook it in the oven. I'm going to cook that at 350 in the oven as well. There's a little bit of a texture difference with the bacon, whether it's when it's cooked outside on the REC TEC or it's cooked in the oven in the grease. The REC TEC bacon is delicious, but it's got a little bit of a different texture. It's got a little bit of a jerky texture to it. Even though it's still crisp, it is a little drier than the bacon that cooks in its own fat. Okay, I had the REC TEC fired up for 350 degrees. I had the oven, it's set at 350 degrees. I put the bacon in the freezer, probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes. I'm gonna let that firm up. It makes it easier to separate it without stretching, because when the bacon starts stretching, when it gets room temperature or starts to warm up, you can't fit as many slices on the sheets or in the pan. So if it's a little firmer, it separates and it keeps its same shape. Okay, I have bacon in a cast iron skillet. I put it this way, I can fit more pieces even though the edges are curled up. That bacon will shrink. And I also have 2 full mats of bacon. So I'm going to go ahead and get these started, put the bacon in the oven, put the bacon on the REC TEC. Okay, we're going to put the bacon on the REC TEC. Super simple. Although it's so hot here in South Florida, bacon would probably cook if I put it out in the yard. Okay, we'll go set a timer for about 20 minutes.
Check the bacon in the oven.
Okay.
Check the bacon.
We're going to check the bacon in the oven. That's thick bacon. I'm going to flip it, put it back in, and then I'm going to start watching it probably every 2-3 minutes just to make sure it doesn't go from beautiful to burnt. I got the bacon flipped, I put it back in the oven. The REC TEC bacon, I got to go check that in about 2 or 3 minutes. That will also flip that. Then I'll just start keeping an eye on it and make sure it doesn't burn. The bacon's done. Inside, I would say took 30 minutes. Outside took 30 minutes. I had flipped it after 20, and then another 5 or 6 minutes I flipped it again just to get the color right on both sides. And I'll tell you, the bacon on that REC TEC, you can't beat it. This is the bacon that was cooked in the cast iron skillet. It's still crispy when you bite into it. This is the bacon that was cooked on the REC TEC. It's still crispy too when you bite into it. And for the ease of the REC TEC, I would highly suggest if you have a REC TEC RT-680, 680, or even the 700, that you invest in the grill mats. Because I have a second shelf for mine, and I could easily cook 5 or 6 pounds of bacon in 30 minutes. You really can't beat it. If you have any version of a REC TEC pellet grill, I highly suggest you cook your bacon on it. It's delicious. It's easy. I could easily cook 5 pounds of bacon on my REC TEC with the second shelf. Not only that, it's got to be healthy. It's not sitting in its own fat while it cooks. The bacon on the REC TEC came out phenomenal. I recommend that if you have a REC TEC, pellet grill, any kind of grill for that matter, that you do get yourself some grilling mats and cook bacon outside. This was very simple. You cook a lot of bacon at the same time. You could feed quite a few people. So I hope this helps you out. I enjoyed my cheeseburger with the bacon. You guys take care.